Mark, 3 minutes until airtime for this live show broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 2 minutes until airtime on the Rice Sports Network. If you encounter any technical issues related to this live show broadcast, please call our trouble hotline at 336-464-1806. Mark, 2 minutes until airtime for this live show broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime on the Rice Sports Network. Stations, we're coming up on 1 minute until airtime. 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, Mark. 1 minute stations, 1 minute until airtime for this live show broadcast. Studios, when you hear, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime on my mark. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds stations. Have fun.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Rice Sports Network. On the Rice Sports Network from Learfield, live from Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage. Welcome to the Scott Pera Show. In the next hour, Scott Pera will break down the previous week and look ahead to what's next for the Owls on the hardwood. The Scott Pera Show is sponsored by IBEW Local Union 716, where passion plus skill locks arms with value. Now to lead things off along with the coach, here's the voice of the Owls, J.P. Heath.
Yes. Welcome back here. The Scott Pera Show at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage. 3800. Can't miss this. The Southwest Freeway every Monday night here. This show and Dos Mas. 2 more here. What a crowd here. Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage serving made-from-scratch recipes, jumbo margaritas, weekend brunch featuring penny mimosas, and also come early for the best happy hour in town, 11 to 6, Monday through Friday. We are streaming this one tonight on the Owls Facebook and YouTube pages. You can catch us on the Varsity Network app, the Rice Owls Game Day app, and riceowls.com. Great show here coming up. We have incoming Owl Keanu Dawes coming on the show. He brought his whole team. All the Spartans pretty much. Right? Yeah, great look here. Thanks to Coach Nixon for bringing the guys out. Keanu's mom, grandma out here also in the house. We also have the one and the only, the sharpshooter. I lost him out here. Alim Husainovich is around here. I know, I saw him. It's a big crowd. Yeah, right in front of me there. Sorry. And we also have, the crowd really came. I told Jackson the crowd really came for him, Coach. Student manager Jackson Jeffcoat. Jackson, good to have him. And then Coach and I will preview the Owls' upcoming games. But Owls split out on the sunny coast in South Florida. We'll talk about those and a lot coming up here the next few minutes of this first segment. But head coach Scott Pera, coach, bring out a crowd here. How about it?
JP, how about this? I guess we got the largest crowd in Scott Pera radio show history here tonight, I think.
We're saying it.
But let's get to the important things first.
Okay.
All right. We got a birthday tomorrow, right? I want to say happy birthday to my co-host here, JP. Give a round of applause for JP's birthday.
Hey, since he's here, it's also Bob's birthday.
Oh, wow.
All deflect. We're birthday buddies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, Bob, and you have some special guests as well here.
Got the family here, wife and Alyssa, and daughter Sydney and Bryn, and they brought friends and got a whole crew. Got quite a crew here.
Yeah. Packed house here over the next hour or so. We'll talk some Owls basketball. First things first, how about that Florida trip? Got back about middle of the day yesterday after taking down the FIU Panthers. That game, 85-78. They made a close surge, but you pulled away in the end. What did you like about that one? That was a fun one.
Well, I mean, I liked a lot of things to like. I thought our guys, first of all, were tremendous in the short preparation. You and I have talked about these quick turnarounds a lot in Conference USA, and when you're on the road, it becomes even more difficult because you got logisticals, you got to move hotel to hotel, you got to figure out gym time, how much do you practice, how much do you prepare, how much time do you spend on their feet. And we, like I've talked about all year, we have a mature group, and they handled the preparation really, really well. I felt they understood what we're trying to accomplish, and then they went out and executed great. To only turn the ball over 10 times against a team, I think you told me after the game, was what, top 25 or 30 in the country in turnovers.
17th, yeah.
17th, top 20 in the country in turnovers caused. That's just a great credit to our guys and their execution. So it was a tremendous win. They had won 5 out of their last 6. They were playing great basketball, and it was a good one for us to get.
And also in that game, how about Quincy breaking Aiko Adams' three-point record? We're going to play the clip here in a second after you answer the question, but just what did that mean? And then seeing Quincy's reaction, I played him the call, and it was very emotional. It meant so much to him, not only breaking the record, but as one of his best friends' record that he broke.
Yeah, and somebody that I coached for 4 years as well, so it's very meaningful to me. I mean, Aiko was a great, great Owl, and he was a great player and a tremendous shooter. And Quincy had been joking with him for a while that record was going down, and he and Travis were neck and neck there for a while. And then Quincy took the lead, and I didn't know, and I follow this stuff pretty closely. I didn't know he was within earshot of it on Saturday night. And I didn't know until after the game he got it. And then when Tim told me, and then I announced it to the team in the locker room, and you talk about a really cool scene of a bunch of guys being happy for somebody else, and that makes me as a coach really, really proud. His reaction with you on the radio, I know Quincy very well, obviously, and I'm not sure it caught me by surprise because I knew what it meant to him, but he certainly appreciated you playing it back. I think that really, really hit home for him. It was something a goal he had set, and he can check that one off the list. But like I whispered in his ear, I hope there's a lot more. Hope there's a lot more in you.
Yeah, he's got a lot more threes to come. And Ashley, if you've got it queued up, Coach was asking about it too at the airport. So here's the way it sounded. Quincy breaking Aiko Adams Saturday night. Uche up to Oliveri. Couple of jabs. Fakes to his right, elevates top of the key. He hits it. The Rice Owls have a new all-time three-point record holder. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Quincy Oliveri passing Aiko Adams for the most threes in school history. Yeah, so how about it? He hits it, but then they meant so much, and it came in a win. Like we always talk about these awards and these moments, the best thing was it came in a win, huh?
And look, for everybody out there and all our fans that know Quincy, they know that that's the most important thing. And it would have been a shame because he even though it's something he would have wanted really bad, he would have felt awful if we had lost the game. So for me, I'm glad maybe I didn't know before the game because then I'd have felt terrible too if we lost and he broke it. Because we want to celebrate. We want to celebrate team success. We want to celebrate individual success when we had it, and we've had a bunch. We've had a bunch now the last couple years, and we've had a bunch this year that we've talked about. And with some of these guys staying around this long, there's going to be a lot more. A lot more records I think are going to be challenged here the rest of this year and into next year.
Yeah, he had 5 of his 6 threes in that second half, and you've had back-to-back really good games with Travis. How good that Florida swing. I joked with him maybe it was our bus driver was a Red Sox fan, and Travis, being from Boston too, likes the Sox. But just him getting there in that warmer, whatever it was, he got going.
I told his dad he's not allowed to leave the team because his dad was here for the buzzer beater against UTEP. He went through a little bit of mini slump there for a few games. His dad comes down to Florida. He has whatever he had, 20-something at AU, responds with 20-something again against FIU. And I told his dad, that's it, Gary. You're traveling with the team. You're quitting your job. You're moving with Trav until the end of the year. He got a big kick out of it, but he understood what I meant. And he was obviously, Travis was relieved too. He was pressing. He knows we count on him. He takes that, as a big responsibility. He cares so much. And to see him struggle was difficult. And so we're certainly glad to have him back flowing because when he's hitting shots, we're just a different team.
How about that Thursday game at FAU? That was another wild one, and it looked like it was ramping up towards another one of those crazy finishes, but credit FAU. They made the plays down the stretch, and I just sensed a lot of positivity coming out of that close loss on Thursday that kind of segued into Saturday's game.
Yeah, look, in many ways we gave them a really good shot. I mean, and they took it, and that's what, championship-level teams do, and they're 24-2 for a reason and ranked in the top 25 for a reason. They do so many things well. They have so few holes in their game. They find ways to, win those close games. And we had a shot to cut it to 2. Mackay missed a 3 in the corner. A couple other chances to cut it to 3 or 4. And every time they held us off. And like I said, it's credit to them. And we look forward to getting them back at home here at the very end of the year. But in the meantime, right now, obviously all we're worried about is Thursday night.
All right, I asked you this question before the game Saturday. Now I'll ask you again after. I don't think I asked it right post-game. We had all the other good stuff during that game, but that was a big win against FIU because of that fifth-place barrier this year. You try to get in that fifth-place spot, and you kind of switch places with FIU. How big is that for those that don't know, getting that bye eventually? There's a lot of ball to go, but how big was that, getting that win to creep up the standings?
No, especially when you're playing a team head-to-head with the same amount of losses. So it was a big game, and there was one we needed to win for a lot of reasons, but that certainly was one of them. The guys are very, very in tune to wanting to get that bye. They know what that means, and trying to play 3 games in 3 days instead of 4 games in 4 days. But look, like you said, a lot left to be played. We'll just focus on getting better and trying to play well Thursday night.
All right, more coming up with Coach here in just a bit, and we'll have young Keanu Dawes coming up here to the high table here at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage. Stay with us. A lot more of the Scott Pera Show coming up here from Learfield.
Doubletree by Hilton Houston Medical Center Hotel and Suites is the preferred hotel for anybody visiting the medical center, the museum district, or Rice University. We offer the largest suites in the medical center, complete with full kitchens, and our full-service restaurant and outdoor pool will make your stay complete. We look forward to having you experience the Doubletree by Hilton Houston Medical Center Hotel and Suites soon. And if you need a group rate or 10 or more rooms, don't forget to call 713-528-7744. That's 713-528-7744.
The lights, the sounds, the cameras, the electricity. If you can feel it, hear it, see it, chances are an IBEW electrician built it. The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 716 built the things that make Rice University and Houston great, and we want you to join us. Excellent training, fantastic benefits in retirement, and 0 student loan debt. Build a better career. To find out more, visit IBEW716.net.
Houston, we have a cocktail. All Hands Canned Cocktails are made with 6 times distilled craft vodka at a sturdy 10% ABV to ensure you never have to sacrifice the quality of your provisions. Now available in 6 natural flavors, including raspberry lemonade, ruby red grapefruit, cherry limeade, cranberry and vodka soda, and vodka tonic classics. Follow the adventure on Instagram at @DrinkAllHands and try these bar-strength cocktails for yourself at the next game. All Hands, damn fine cocktails. Proud sponsor of Rice Athletics.
Owls fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. So whether you're an athlete or not, the Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit any of our 40-plus Houston area locations or thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Rice University Athletics.
Live Live from Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage, this is the Scott Pera Show.
Big crowd here tonight. Valencia's Tex-Mex, as Coach mentioned, a big day tomorrow. It's Valentine's Day, and they have a Valentine's dinner special. You get a dinner for two, $39.99. They've got some queso mixed in there, some combo fajitas with bacon ramp shrimp and some drinks, and not dos leches, Bob, tres leches cake. That's his oldest joke anyway. It's a dad joke. All right, joined now by a man that really needs no further introduction. A lot of story around him signing with Rice a couple months back, the one and the only Keanu Dawes. How are you, sir?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
To have a local guy, let alone a local guy that goes to the same high school as my daughter. So it's been a pretty unique recruitment. I'll let you get into that a little bit and let him talk as well. But really been fun. A fun fall, a stressful fall in some ways, but happy, obviously, to have him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell us about the recruiting process and what eventually led you to signing on the dotted line with the Old Owls here.
So my process started kind of late. Coach Pera is like the first head coach to reach out to me, but second overall to completely offer. And then later on down the year, I got, bigger offers, but thankfully, he just kept reaching out, still believed that he could recruit me. And then my top 6, I think is what it was. I had him in there. Everyone, really thought it was just in there just to be in there. Next thing you know, I'm signing with him and looking forward to it.
I told him the story in the fall. I don't know, was it maybe 6 straight Mondays? I was at the Panera Bread across the street from Stratford High School. The lady and I became friends. There was serving the coffee and the breakfast, and walk over and spend time with him and just get to really know him and his mom really well. And because I think, like anything else, relationships are so important.
Right.
I'm going to coach him for during his time in college, and not only does he have to trust that I have his best interest, but I want to make sure his mother knew that we have his best interest in heart, not just on the basketball court. Right. That was a big part of it on our end for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us what kind of player you are. We've seen the highlight videos and all that a couple months back, and just kind of in your own words, what are you going to bring to the court next season?
I feel like I'm a very versatile player. I can play 1 through 4. For my size, I could pass, dribble, and shoot really well, and I could guard all positions. So just a lot of different places where you could put me and just help win games. And
it's one of the big things we talked about. 2 big things we talked about, right? The development, right? That was a big piece of it, and style of play, And I know how important both of those things are and were to him. So kind of talk about those things in terms of our conversations and what you see moving forward.
Yeah, style of play was a big thing. They have a very free, good paced offense. They shoot a lot of threes, get up and down really fast. And I just like the way that I work out and how I play and how I've played over my years. I feel like it really fit really well. It's just a good match.
And he's really big on development, right? I know you spend a lot of time working on your own in the gym. Mm-hmm. He's seen some of the things we have done, obviously with guys like Trey, right? Yeah. And look what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Big weekend for him this weekend, by the way.
That should be good.
What is he in the rookie challenge? No, what's it called?
Future Stars.
Future Stars. Yeah, Friday night and dunk contest Saturday night. Mm-hmm. Quincy asked me if he could miss our games and go out to Utah. I had to tell him no. We kind of need him.
Yeah, need him a little bit.
Yeah, so I didn't know this. In between the break, you're talking about your ties also out to Utah. Mm-hmm. So kind of talk about your path coming here to the great city of Houston and what you've liked since obviously living here for a bit.
So I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah, and then I moved down here when I was 9, and I've just been living here ever since. I feel like the best part about Houston for me is just the level of competition basketball-wise. I really get to prove myself against some of the people who are ranked best in the country. I get to play against them, work out against them, and just kind of prove to them and also prove to me that I can really play with these guys.
What's the current with your team right now with you guys? I know you have last home game senior night tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
And you told me that you're playing for second in the district, right?
Playing for second.
And then what? And then a little break before playoffs, a week, and then you said that the playoff brackets come out.
Right. Yeah, I think as soon as all the districts get done, that's whenever they put out the playoff brackets.
Okay, very nice.
Who's been your toughest individual matchup in high school and toughest team matchup? Kind of a combo question there, because obviously most of us have played high school sports. There's always that one guy or girl or the one team that you just always get revved up for.
Toughest individual matchup was Sean Stewart, Duke commit. I played against him in Pango's camp, and he's super strong, super fast, so it was really hard to stay in front of him. And just because of his strength, it's kind of giving me problems. But
where's he from? Do you know?
I'm not sure where he's from, but he's playing at Montverde right now.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I think team-wise, it was probably Atascocita last year because they play super hard. They shoot the ball really well. They just fly all over. So it's hard to contain them.
They've been like that for years.
For years, they have a great coach.
They press nonstop, right?
Yeah.
That's their MO. They're tough.
So I know a lot about Coach Pera. I don't know much anything about Coach Nixon. Tell us what it's been like playing for him, and you got your most of your team sitting behind you. So I know it's a little awkward with your back to them, but just tell us about some of your guys here and favorite memories in playing high school.
Yeah, so Coach Nixon's a great coach. He really knows how to put people in places to succeed. My first year of varsity was also his first year being a head coach at Stratford, so we kind of went up together. This season, we haven't really, record-wise, we haven't got what we want to, but I think we're going into playoffs on a roll right now. Even though we lost the last game, we're still playing strong. So I feel like we're going to make a pretty big run.
I forgot that you guys, it was his first year, it was your first year in varsity.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And I know, he and I talk a lot, and I know it's really neat for him. And I was going to talk about this in the second segment, but I'll do it now. What do you think about, these guys still be able to follow you this close, and the fans at Stratford, your high school coaches. Now, we talk about the playing locally.
Yeah, playing local was also a big reason why I chose to go to Rice. I get to stay with the circle that's got me to where I am, and then around my support system. And I just think playing in Houston will be good. Get to just show what I can do.
No, yeah, I think we're obviously all very excited and looking forward to it, and a lot of good days ahead here, JP, with this guy. I can tell you that. As long as I don't mess him up too bad.
Can't wait. More with Keanu coming up here in just a bit. Stay with us here. We're at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage here on the Southwest Freeway. More of the Scott Pera Show here from Learfield.
The Scott Pera Show, live at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage every Monday at 7 o'clock at the new Greenway location. Enjoy made-from-scratch recipes, giant margaritas, and weekend brunch featuring penny mimosas. Come by for happy hour Monday through Friday, and be sure to sign up for Valencia's Rewards to earn $5 for every $50 spent. Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage, from the original family behind Cyclone Anias, and home of the Scott Pera Show.
The lights, the sounds, the cameras, the electricity. If you can feel it, hear it, see it, chances are an IBEW electrician built it. The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 716 built the things that make Rice University and Houston great. When your next construction project needs to be on time and on budget, hire the electricians that light up Rice University. Learn more at IBEW716.net.
DoubleTree by Hilton Houston Medical Center Hotel and Suites is the preferred hotel for anybody visiting the medical center, the museum district, or Rice University. We offer the largest suites in the medical center, complete with full kitchens, and our full-service restaurant and outdoor pool will make your stay complete. We look forward to having you experience the DoubleTree by Hilton Houston Medical Center Hotel and Suites soon. And if you need a group rate or 10 or more rooms, don't forget to call 713-528-7744. That's 713-528-7744.
Houston, we have a cocktail. All Hands Canned Cocktails are made with 6 times distilled craft vodka at a sturdy 10% ABV to ensure you never have to sacrifice the quality of your provisions. Now available in 6 natural flavors, including raspberry lemonade, ruby red grapefruit, cherry limeade, cranberry and vodka soda, and vodka tonic classics. Follow the adventure on Instagram at @DrinkAllHands and try these bar-strength cocktails for yourself at the next game. All Hands, damn fine cocktails. Proud sponsor of Rice Athletics.
Howdy Homemade Ice Cream is here. Howdy is an ice cream shop in Katy, Texas that makes ice cream in-house and has a unique mission to employ individuals that are differently abled. Stop by and enjoy some ice cream. With every scoop you buy, you help support employment for special needs. Coming to Rice Athletics venues in the fall.
Been listening to the Scott Pera Show. Now let's rejoin JP Heath.
Yes, you have been listening here. Coming up next segment, great crowd here tonight here. Good to see Bobby Tudor out here. Got the boss man, Joe Carlgard, out here in the crowd as well. We're at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage next Monday, the 20th, and then the 27th is our final show. Appreciate Martha and Carrie out here helping us out, serving. We even have Vienna, Caroline here from the Valencia's folks. Appreciate them for coming out. Yes?
Crazy how fast it goes, right? Two more.
flies by.
Season will be over before you know it. I tell these guys all the time, it goes fast. You know, got to try and enjoy it on a day-to-day basis best you can, because games just go lead the game. Like now, all of a sudden, his senior year in high school is almost over, and you know, we'll blink again. It'll be late May, early June, and he'll be on campus. I mean, it just all goes really fast. It's one of the things I talked to him about, though. I said, hey, you know, take your time, right? Try and enjoy this every step of the way. And I know you only got a few more left here with your buddies. I know you're going to take great advantage of it. I know you're excited about it, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's have a little get to know you. Tell us, didn't surprise me, you told me during the break, favorite NBA player and why?
Probably Kevin Durant, just because of his size and like how he plays like a guard, and that's who I try and model my game after.
How about the other one you mentioned?
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, okay, that's
his
one
footwork.
That's right.
I like his. I feel like he has a better combination of playing like a big and a guard. He's just kind of all around.
He's become a superstar for sure.
So tell us, coming up in high school, like what your favorite games? Like we mentioned some about the teams, but what are your favorite? Like just any singular moment or two that stand out to you this year, last year?
My favorite two games were most definitely the straight Jesuit games. Like last year, we won off a half-court buzzer beater, and everyone stormed the crowd or stormed the floor. And then this year, we lost, but it was still a crazy game.
I was at the one last year, and he's not kidding. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They hit the shot. People left. I have no idea why they came back.
They said that like it didn't count, and then
we were going to play overtime.
Yeah, we're going to go to overtime.
And yet they all came back. I don't know why they were coming back. Everybody's on the court kind of celebrating. And then they said, everybody go home. The game's on. Right?
That was crazy.
That was a crazy high school basketball game.
Couldn't exactly go to the monitor.
And I remember, like, I was texting the staff. You know, I mean, we're at the games, we're watching him, and I'm texting staff. And I'm like, and I think Alyssa, was at the game with me that night, that crazy game. And I was texting the guy, like, you're not going to believe what just happened in this game. And, of course, they go on Twitter right away, and they can actually see it, right? All the craziness. That was wild.
Where do you think you grew the most? Obviously, summer ball is a big improvement. But was there a stride or a growth spurt that happened that kind of got you in the limelight, so to speak?
I really feel like I blew up at the beginning of last year, like recruitment-wise. But I feel like taking strides in my game was from the end of AAU to the beginning of school ball. I feel like, I was just in the gym with a lot of like college players and high-level players. So I really got to, go against them every day and push myself.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got one for him.
Okay.
Right, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game? That's tough.
Because you got so many?
I got so many.
That's what
I play the game a lot. Probably, right now it's probably 2K.
2K.
Video games aren't at the best spot right now, but it's probably 2K right now.
Who's your team?
The Sixers, actually.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're talking.
You're just sucking up to them. Come on. Tell us your real favorite team.
You can ask them. I use Harden and Embiid.
Okay.
How about musician? Although I'll probably have no idea. But I got to ask you because I know it's important to you, right?
Yeah, my favorite musician is Playboy Cardi, for sure.
Actually, I think
of course. That was gonna be my first guess.
Greatest. Yeah.
First guess. You got to know some of the guys on the team now that you potentially could be playing, and kind of talk about that side of, because I know the team. It's not just this guy. He has a lot to do with it, but the guys on the team. Tell us what you've thought about them.
Yeah, on the visit, that's also another reason why, like, it was kind of somewhat of a no-brainer to go there. On the visit, I just really felt comfortable with them. Like, I feel like I already knew them. On some other visits, like, there's kind of like an awkward moment at first whenever you get on campus and, like, try and, like, meet the guys and stuff. Whenever I got on campus with them, it just felt natural.
So we do this a lot here, and this is usually we do when they're freshmen or sophomores or whatever, but the recruiting, kind of process with him was interesting as well. I made the joke about Panera Bread and going to the school all the time. But he was unique in that he did what a lot of kids don't. He took all 5 visits,
right?
And we were first.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow,
that was stressful to say the least. In a way, we were glad. We went first. I think we left a really good impression.
Set the bar really high.
And you're never really sure because sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes because sometimes they also say they're going to do 5 and don't do 5. So if you're 5th. They never get to you. And so I never want to be 4th or 5th in those scenarios. You don't always have to be first. But I knew we set the bar really high. And I remember kind of him coming back from each visit and kind of saying, this and rice, and this and rice, and this and right. And I knew we were, being really, really strongly considered all the way to the finish line based on the impression we left. But is that kind of how it played out in your mind? Am I accurate in that?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like after my first visit, I was just like comparing everything, like the whole visit to your guys' visit, like how they made me feel, how well I feel with the team, that type of stuff. So I feel like, when it came to the end, it was just, I was like, okay, the clothes, I really fit really well, so just the right thing to do.
There was long Friday and Saturday before weekends you had for our visit. I can tell you that of worry that the bar would be jumped over. Thank goodness it wasn't.
Yeah.
So obviously, you've got the playoff grind coming up, hopefully a long run there. But after that, what's next? And obviously, enrollment in the summer, or how does that work out when you come see us officially coming
I think
down?
I get on campus June 6th, I believe,
Yeah.
June 3rd, something like that. So, just until then, just, get stronger, get faster, still work on my skill. That way, whenever I get there, I'm ready to play immediately.
What'd you tell me you're going to weigh when you get here?
Like 215, 220.
208 right now?
209.
209. All right, going up. I like it.
You're getting there. What'd you get here tonight?
I got the Al Pastor tacos.
Okay.
I don't know if I pronounced that right.
That'll get you there. You did. Yeah, you did.
What'd you get
Very
tonight?
I went quesadillas, Coach.
For the ride home, or are you going to
Early. I'd eat early.
Okay.
Eat early.
All right.
Hey, good meeting you. Can't
Yes,
wait
sir.
to be
Nice to
calling your
meet you.
games. Hear a lot of those highlights you just heard from Q there. And congrats on everything so far, but obviously a lot of work ahead, so appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming
Yes,
on,
sir.
man. Appreciate it.
Thanks to Keanu Dodge joining us, the Stratford Spartan. Appreciate Coach Nixon bringing his team out there as well. Thanks to you guys for coming out. Appreciate y'all very much for coming out. All right, more with Coach and young Alam. He's ready to go. Fire up a few shots in between. Alam Husainovich joins us coming up next here. Come to the high table. This is the Scott Pera Show from Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage from Learfield. Back in a bit.
DoubleTree by Hilton Houston Medical Center Hotel and Suites is the preferred hotel for anybody visiting the medical center, the museum district, or Rice University. We offer the largest suites in the medical center, complete with full kitchens, and our full-service restaurant and outdoor pool will make your stay complete. We look forward to having you experience the DoubleTree by Hilton Houston Medical Center Hotel and Suites soon. And if you need a group rate or 10 or more rooms, don't forget to call 713-528-7744. That's 713-528-7744.
Owls fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. So whether you're an athlete or not, the Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit any of our 40-plus Houston area locations or thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of Rice University Athletics.
Come experience the Scott Pera Show, live at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage every Monday at 7 o'clock at the new Greenway location. Enjoy made-from-scratch recipes, giant margaritas, and weekend brunch featuring penny mimosas. Come by for happy hour Monday through Friday, and be sure to sign up for Valencia's Rewards to earn $5 for every $50 spent. Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage, from the original family behind Cyclone Anias, and home of the Scott Pera Show.
From the first pitch to the final out.
And the Ole Miss Rebels are your national champions!
We've got your college baseball fix.
Dial in for the latest news and nuggets about the dudes on the diamond from the boys who know it best.
Take a trip around the bases with us, Kyle Schasberger, David Kahn, and Michael Serber as we journey toward Omaha.
We've got the inside scoop, even on raccoons.
My redneck took over, and I just reached down and grabbed it.
Climb aboard by searching College Sports Now.
Welcome back to the Scott Pera Show. Here again, the voice of the Owls, J.P. Heath.
Back at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage, the home this season of the Scott Pera Show every Monday night, 7 until 8 p.m. A reminder on Facebook and YouTube on the Owls pages. Also on the Varsity Network app, the Rice Owls Game Day app, and riceowls.com. Owls hosting UTSA and Western Kentucky coming up. 7 o'clock, both of those starts, Thursday and Saturday. We'll preview them coming up here in just a little bit. But right now, we have a sharpshooter from Arizona via Zenica, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Nevada. It is Alam Husainovich. Alam, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I cannot be better. Appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell us this journey so far for you, and really good season for you thus far, coming from Nevada. What's it been like for you?
It's been really good. I like the guys here, and Coach Pera does a wonderful job of recruiting guys with good attitudes and guys who want to work and get better every day. So just coming to a program that, has so much emphasis on development and playing your role and learning how to win is big time for me.
It was a huge part of our recruitment of him. is when I found out what kind of person he was, what kind of worker he was, and obviously, very skilled and can really shoot the ball and fits, for what we do. But he checked those boxes out of the gate for us when he went in the portal. And, it's funny because situations are different, right? Nevada, you didn't play as much as you wanted to, right? And hoped. And now you're here and you're the sixth man and plays a huge role in everything that we do. And, there's just, he's going to be terrific for us down the stretch. Going to be terrific for us in the coming years. I mean, it's just really good to have because he fits the culture so well. I'm glad he talked about that because he fit it all for me too.
What's been your favorite game or stretch of games? I mean, you could read off the list. I guess the Western Michigan game was your best scoring game, but if you had a stretch of games or a moment in one game that you really liked that stood out so far, hopefully a lot more of them to come too.
Yeah, so obviously probably my favorite game would be Western Michigan is, where I really got to, put my talent on display and show what I could really do. But I'd say my favorite game was when Travis hit the game winner against UTEP, and man, it was just crazy. The crowd going crazy, everyone on the team, really loved seeing other guys succeed. And I feel like just when he hit that game winner, it just brought out a happiness in us, and we all enjoyed it.
I'll tell you, go back to that Western Michigan game. Not only did he play very well, and one of the reasons we won, I thought the end of that game was one of the big turning points where you guys really kind of saw a corner turn. We had struggled, right? We had lost those 2 games early. We were trying to find ourselves and get back to what we knew we were in the preseason. We knew that wasn't the team we were, those 2 showings. And then at the end of that Western Michigan game, things got a little like, I don't know if I want to say chippy, but Travis in that guard, and then you were playing super, and kind of at the end of the game, you guys really were rallying the crowd and having some fun. Am I right on that?
Yeah, for sure. That game was something else. The other team, Western Michigan, even in warm-ups, they came out talking, they came out yelling like it was their own gym, but we kept quiet, we kept warming up, we didn't talk back, and I guess the game just showed who was more well prepared.
Well, now I know why the emotions came out at the end. Those guys, they were fired up. It's funny. There's some great clips of them at the end with the crowd. You were involved in that. Yeah, that was fun. It was great. I thought it was really important for us and for them to have some fun. Because obviously losing by that many points early wasn't fun. And now we were back on our home floor. We had a big win. We were having fun again. And so that meant a lot. Now, that was really important for me with the group.
So tell your story coming from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then going out to Arizona. And then wanted to also ask you about your time in the Euros too, mixed in. Just kind of diagram your basketball path in a minute or so, or however long you want. Just because it's pretty fascinating. When I was kind of looking at this and looking at that.
Yeah, so my story has been kind of crazy. So, I've been in Arizona a good amount of my life. Grew up a good amount, but I played basketball and club basketball mostly in Bosnia. So,
in the summers?
In the summers, yeah, and sometimes I would stay 4, even 5 months.
Really?
Playing, yeah. So when I was 14, 13 is when I first started playing club basketball back home in Bosnia, and I just started out playing for the small club team, nothing crazy, and then we ended up winning the championships of our country.
And you're 15, right? Or 16?
That was when I was 14.
14, okay.
Yeah, and so during that time, I caught the eyes of the national team, and they always kept the radar on me. And then eventually, I came back here to America to play for a club team, and I didn't really like it. And so I called back my club coach back in Bosnia. I said, I want to play for you, and he said, the national team's starting up, might as well join them. And I was like, yeah, I'd like that. And he made some calls and got me a tryout, and I killed it. And then we played in the Euros. We were ranked in the European Championships. We were last place of everyone in Europe, so they didn't expect us even going anywhere. And then, I came to the team. We started playing, and there was a 9-game stretch, and that's where the European champions are. In 9 games, we won every single game until we got to the championship game. Played against Russia. Russia, they were just bigger, taller. Comparing a country with 300+ million people to a country with barely 3 million people, it's kind of tough. But we came out, gave them a hard fight, and we ended up getting the silver medal.
When you're done here, is that something you're going to
Oh yeah, and I'm planning on even going back this summer too.
Really?
So yeah, I've been talking to them a little bit. They said, they want me to work out with them and see where things go, and so hopefully we'll see.
All right.
It seems like it's toughening you up. I don't want to be like a dumb American here, but playing over there, it's obviously a lot different than, like you said, you didn't have that taste for over here. So how has that hardened you in a good hardening way to kind of prep you for CUSA and beyond?
It's a big difference, especially, I say, the defensive aspect over there. You're allowed to have your hands on them. You're allowed to hold them. You're allowed to do whatever. And then Coach Pera will tell you, I foul in practice all the time. So,
he does. He
fouls.
fouls.
You got to put your hands back and stop him with your chest. So that's what I've been working on mostly, and just getting used to that. But that's, I'd probably say, is the biggest difference.
Yeah, I mean, and look, as much as he contributed this year, he's going to have a big off season heading into next year. Because we want to keep expanding his game. He talked about the development piece, where he knows how important that is to me and to our staff. And so there's going to be a lot once the season ends, which we hope isn't for a while. Going to be a lot invested into him because he has a lot to offer.
You wear one of the best, if not the best, jersey numbers. So what was your motivation for number 23?
So to be honest, I never wanted to wear number 23.
Oh, come on.
I wanted my number. I wanted to wear number 3, but Travis got number 3, so that's his number. And then I wanted any other number, but 23. I was like, you know what? I'll just take 23. That's a good-looking number.
Jersey number stories are kind of funny and weird. That made me laugh because I remember, like when James became really good, and everybody wanted to know why he wore 13. What's with 13? And I was kind of like, he was a freshman on varsity. There was 2 choices left, 51 or 13. He picked 13. There's not much of a story here. I don't know, but everybody was always looking for stories on those things.
Okay.
And sometimes it just works out that way.
I've been served. Okay. I understand. I respect that. But you got the best jersey number, even though.
Yeah,
but 3,
yeah.
I can understand. Right on that note, like who your other, I don't know, motivating 3-point shooters? I don't know if you can formulate a style or mimic somebody. Do you have any other favorite shooters? I didn't want to typecast you either. Is your favorite players shooters, or who?
I say he's a European. His name is Dragan Petrovic.
That's old school. That's
he's one of my favorites. So just him, watching his old highlights. Obviously, I never got to watch him play.
You know your stuff, yeah.
Incredible player.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been a Hall of Fame player.
Oh, yeah, easily.
He was number 3, right?
Yeah, I think.
Or 6.
No, I think he wore 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He was a great player.
Yeah.
He was a great player.
And forgive my ignorance, he's from your homeland?
He's from from that area, the Yugoslav area. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, what's next? And on the here and now, just tell us about this home stretch. Obviously, big to get that win Saturday. Just kind of tell us some overarching keys down the stretch here. 6 games left in the regular season in the tourney?
Yeah, we want to finish strong. We want to be able to get that bye. That's always been the emphasis, just to get that bye on the first game so that we don't have to play 4 games, you know what I mean? And that's obviously a toll on your body. So as many days of rest we can get and play at least amount of games to get to where we want to go is our biggest goal. And, with this group, we really feel like we have a chance to win the tournament and, get to March Madness where everyone wants to be. So I'm just glad that I could be with a group of guys who everyone has the same goal and not everyone's, selfish and worried about themselves. We're all worried about each other and worried about our team.
I do also want to ask you about your sister moving to Houston, and it wasn't necessarily because, hey, you're playing right down the road here. Explain that. How cool is that to have a loved one nearby?
Man, I love it, man. I'm really close to my sisters. I have a twin sister and an older sister.
Wow.
Yeah, so my older sister, she just finished at ASU's Honors College, Barrett, with chemical engineering. So, she's really just been looking for jobs, looking for the right fit. She couldn't really find any in Arizona. I told her to look out in Houston. And we come to find out that Houston has one of the best chemical engineering companies where to grow and to learn. She started applying and she got the job with this one company down the road, and I was like, that's perfect. You can come over here, I can move in with you, and she's a really good cook too, so she cooks for me all the time.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah, she's making the money. She can buy some dinners too and pay the rent.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, thanks all. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate having you, man.
You have a great number. All right. Anyway, thanks all. Appreciate it. Alam Husainovich joining us here. He's great. Stay tuned. The feature attraction, student manager Jackson Jeffco, coming up next here back at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage. More of the Scott Pera Show from Learfield.
Howdy Homemade Ice Cream is here. Howdy is an ice cream shop in Katy, Texas that makes ice cream in-house and has a unique mission to employ individuals that are differently abled. Stop by and enjoy some ice cream. With every scoop you buy, you help support employment for special needs. Coming to Rice Athletics venues in the fall.
Come experience the Scott Pera Show, live at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage every Monday at 7 o'clock at the new Greenway location. Enjoy made-from-scratch recipes, giant margaritas, and weekend brunch featuring penny mimosas. Come by for happy hour Monday through Friday, and be sure to sign up for Valencia's Rewards to earn $5 for every $50 spent. Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage, from the original family behind Cyclone Anias, and home of the Scott Pera Show.
Hey, it's JP here to tell you that, yes, there's more Rice Owls content out there for you to consume. Subscribe and download the official podcast of Rice Athletics, Rice Owls Insider. Rice Owls Insider provides a unique new look at a variety of head coaches, players, and other integral voices inside the Rice Athletics department. Plus, you can find archived coaches shows as well. For the best in Rice Owls content, subscribe to Rice Owls Insider, the official podcast of Rice Athletics. Available on Apple, Stitcher, and Spotify.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with life-altering diagnoses. Team Impact pairs these kids with college athletic teams as part of a 2-year program, getting them off the sideline and into the game. The collegiate student-athletes gain a new teammate, a new friend, and a new perspective. For more information, visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Live from Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage, this is the Scott Pera Show.
Welcome back here on the Scott Pera Show. Next segment will preview UTSA in Western Kentucky. That's coming up Thursday and Saturday. A man that helps out behind the scenes, but his personality looms large around the program. It is the one and only, I don't know what we're calling you, lead student manager, senior student manager, Jackson Jeffco.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. Super grateful to be on the show. It's I've been looking forward to it all week. So
head manager, lead, captain, whatever you want to call him. He's a man in charge.
Yeah, but fourth year doing this, right?
Fourth year doing this, yeah. So August 2019. I was good friends with Reed Myers after orientation week, and he told me there's a spot for manager on the team. I came out first week, and the rest is history.
Okay, I didn't know it was like that.
You can't, I have such great appreciation for these guys, and especially for him. Now, just like a player. I mean, a guy's been with you almost every day for 4 years. You certainly get to know him well. You build a relationship with him. You have fun with him. But nobody's more, and this is the thing people don't understand, nobody is more invested in his program than he is. And that is such a fun thing as the head coach to know how much it matters to him that everything he does, how much pride he takes in it, how much every detail matters to all the jobs that he does. And kind of this is like not just having you on the show, but it's an appreciation for me, Jackson, for all that you've done for those 4 years. And I think you deserve a round of applause.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, look at you. Jackson.
Well, yeah, and absolutely, that's been what it's been for me is being able to put my best foot forward and commit to the team. And it's been nice to see an ascent over the last 4 years of the program. And I've just tried to do whatever I can in my power to grow the manager program and make sure I'm doing everything in my power to make sure the team is in the best place they can be.
Big shoes to fill, I can tell you, for the crew next year.
Yeah, Kenny's waiting in the wings.
Yes, he is.
Right. Okay, we'll leave it right there. But tell us about your journey here and kind of what you do on a day-to-day basis. Rice guy, you can formulate a few sentences. So tell us, like the old we talk movies and music sometimes. Like, tell us what exactly do you do here, Jackson?
Well, that's right. Yeah. So I when I was looking for schools, I wanted, to go to a school that was academically rigorous, that had all the challenges I wanted, and wanted it to be pretty warm too. Coming from South Carolina, I didn't want to go up to the cold. I'm not, as Quincy said, he's not a snow guy. I'm not a snow guy either. So I was excited to have this opportunity in Houston. Applied early decision here, and obviously got into working with the program very early. But beyond that, I majored in sport management, so obviously a lot of practical experience that I've been able to benefit from through working with the program. And I'm also a cinema studies minor, so as you said, big movie guy. Try to go, see as many movies as I can. So those are two of my big passions. So yeah, absolutely, it's been a great place for me to learn, to work, to just have the college experience. So I'm incredibly grateful for it.
I guess the question is, what doesn't he do, JP? Because he does it all. Like, give you an example. We're on the road, and I forget where the first court start. Where was the
first court was at Texas State.
Texas State. So, we don't always go over to the gym and practice. We're in these hotels. We're in ballrooms, right? Or conference rooms sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes not even that.
Right.
And so we want to put together a best way we can. They put together a court for us to be able to walk through our plays and the opponent's plays. And Jackson, like anything else he does, took that as serious as like the most important thing he's ever done in his life, which I appreciated. And they put together this court, and the guys walk in and had the Rice R in tape on the logo on the court. It had the CUSA logo. He wanted them to picture like the court like it would be like a home game for the Owls, even though we were a road game right on at Texas State.
Absolutely, yeah. That was something that I had the idea. I was going to put the Rice R and cursive script on the court, and Texas State, it was okay. I thought it was some good work, and then we had another road game in which I kind of took it up a notch and had a real nice cursive R I was really proud of. So yeah, I mean it's things like that. It's I have many duties from working out guys during the day all the time. I get texts from guys to come shoot, and I'll go rebound, but. Or whether it's helping, film breakdown on the road, whether it's travel ops, each of these things, are certainly behind the scenes. But with, myself and the great manager team I have with me, those things are super important. And being able to kind of put high quality work at the forefront of your mind, I think is really important there.
And 4 years, too. Like, he's seen the best and worst of me, JP. So he's been around to see it all. And he's right, though. He's watched a lot of growth. He's seen the program grow over the years, but again, he's a part of that growth. He's a part of the family and always will be.
So what's next? I think I remember you saying maybe even coaching after this, or what do you think? Do you saying you don't know is perfectly acceptable and probably normal at your age?
Well, it's a good question, and it's one that I've been obviously pondering recently. I next year I'm super excited. I'm taking a gap year.
Right.
I'm actually shipping off to Australia next year for a year.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Get a little time to kind of formulate what I'm doing next. But
I'm going to have you recruiting.
Yeah, I'll be down there to go see Riley too, But,
Aussie, yeah.
My eyes on the streets of Australia.
Exactly,
I like it.
Yes, sir.
A lot of good players, by the way.
A lot of good players, definitely. Planning on finding an NBL team to support down there. So, but yeah, I mean, I certainly think basketball could be part of my future. I think I've learned a lot through working with the program, and whether that means coaching or on the NBA side, anything that calls my name, I'm going to follow it. So.
That's awesome, Coach. You got a great one here.
No, he's a superstar, and he will be dearly missed. And when those guys walk out, senior day in a couple weeks, he'll be walking out there with him, and then have every right to feel as proud as those guys did for all that he's helped us accomplish over this time here. I couldn't be happier to have him.
So hopefully, again, a lot more big moments to come. But finally, what would have been a favorite moment or two that you've had? And obviously, the Mr. Tudor dog pile was referenced earlier. You were in the middle of that.
That was a good one.
Manager Jeff was telling me, like, do we go out there? They didn't know what to do, so then y'all just y'all streamed out there for that one. But any other big moments this year and past?
That's right. I mean, that's an incredible moment I'll never forget. Yeah, I remember when that shot went down, I kind of had the other managers right beside me, kind of figuring out what to do, and eventually we were just like, we got to go out there and celebrate.
The head coach
right, exactly.
Figure the green light is on, right?
Follow the boss, man. Exactly. So, I mean, that's been incredible. I think the road win at North Texas was especially just a real marker of what the program has built towards, and to go beat a really good team on the road, that was certainly an amazing experience. But I'll never forget just the mundane of it, right? Seeing, being in there every day with the guys and getting to forge these relationships with the players and the coaching staff. It's something I'll forever be grateful for.
I know one thing he's not going to miss is when he's on the clock and he forgets to start it, and I yell from wherever I am, Jackson!
Sometimes
he puts his hand up, my bad.
That's right. Sometimes it's not even me. Sometimes it's somebody else.
Forget the what? What's the?
Well, we're playing live. We're practicing.
Okay.
Everything is
Practice. Okay.
Everything is timed.
Gotcha.
In the practice plan, it's planned. And he has a practice sheet, and so not only is he responsible for him, he's responsible for every human that touches the clock.
Right.
So he may not be in the building, and I yell Jackson sometimes.
That's right. I remember there was one time this season I was up in the nest at Fox, and I got a call, Jackson. I was like, "That's my bad, Coach. I'll get my guys." But yeah, that's another thing that I've appreciated is being held accountable just the same as everybody else in the program. So, but
We've had fun. We've had fun with it.
All right. Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Appreciate you,
buddy.
One and only student manager Jackson Jeffcoat joining us here. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll preview UTSA and Western Kentucky back at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage. More of the Scott Pera Show from Learfield.
The lights, the sounds, the cameras, the electricity. If you can feel it, hear it, see it, chances are an IBEW electrician built it. The members of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 716 built the things that make Rice University and Houston great. When your next construction project needs to be on time and on budget, it's time to hire IBEW electricians. Learn more at IBEW716.net.
Howdy Homemade Ice Cream is here. Howdy is an ice cream shop in Katy, Texas that makes ice cream in-house and has a unique mission to employ individuals that are differently abled. Stop by and enjoy some ice cream. With every scoop you buy, you help support employment for special needs. Coming to Rice Athletics venues in the fall.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
A college basketball podcast for fans, by fans. Hey, this is Stephen Hartzell, host of College Sports Now. Join us throughout the season when we talk hoops with some of the biggest names in the game. Coaches, writers, players, we'll go coast to coast. We'll give you some of the best college basketball content as only we can on CSN. Follow along on Twitter @CSNowTweets. And don't forget, you can subscribe to College Sports Now wherever you get your podcasts.
You've been listening to The Scott Pera Show. Now let's rejoin JP Heath.
You know it. Welcome back here on the Scott Pera Show. Here, the Owls taking on UTSA in Western Kentucky. That's Thursday and Saturday, 7 o'clock. Both those ESPN Plus games, and I have the audio version, Varsity Network, and all that jazz, riceowls.com as well. All right, Steve Henson's team, young, and what a tussle y'all had over down I-10 a few weeks ago. So they've got a really young team, but some really explosive freshmen out there coming up on Thursday night.
I watched it again today.
Okay.
And it was just as painful. They outplayed us for 33 minutes, and not by like 1 point. I mean, we were down like 14 with 7 minutes left. And our guys just, they just really dug their heels in and got a bunch of stops, made a bunch of really big shots and smart plays to keep us in it. We were fortunate they missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Cam and Mackay made an incredible trap and steal to get a jump ball. The arrow happened to be ours. That's a break, I guess. You're fortunate it was our arrow, or I don't know what would have happened. And then Travis made the shot to put us up one. And then they made 1 of 2 with 1 second left to send it to overtime. And then once we got the lead in overtime, we kind of kind of like a sigh of relief, like, okay, now we're finally in control for the first time. But I'll tell you, I've watched a bunch of their games. They have fought, and they have fought like crazy. And they almost beat North Texas at North Texas. They just played UTEP even for 37 minutes the other day. So you're right. They're young and talented, and they're dangerous. But like I told our guys, and just like I told our guys Saturday before FIU, none of this has to do with them. It all has to do with us. We need to make sure we concentrate and play like we're capable of playing. If we do that, then I like our chances.
Coach, did a good job tonight. You and Jackson brought the folks in.
This was a unique and fun show, and having Keanu and the Stratford guys here was great for me. I love seeing them. I wish you guys luck in the playoffs to keep this thing going for a while. And obviously having Alam on and our man Jackson on, a unique and really fun show. And thank everybody for coming. And we'll see you next Monday night.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Jamie, be good. I won't embarrass you. Thank you.
Happy
You're
birthday,
awesome.
buddy.
Oh, yes. All that jazz, too. You going to Bruce tomorrow? Did we decide?
I'm still not sure.
Okay,
Could be a game time decision. I may just text my wife I'm going alone.
Thunder Road, right? Well, tell me if he's saying that one.
All right. It'd be better if I go.
Thanks to Coach. Thanks to Walter. And, Jamie, going to miss you. Thanks to Ashley back at the studio. Have a great rest of this night. God bless. Go Owls. Rice Fight. Talk to you Thursday against them boys from San Antonio. This has been Rice Basketball on the Scott Pera Show at Valencia's from Learfield.
Rice Sports Network from Learfield. You've been listening to The Scott Pera Show, live at Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage. Tonight's show was brought to you by IBEW Local Union 716, where passion plus skill locks arms with value. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Rice Sports Network.